Alright, what's going on, guys? It's T-Kid here, bringing you another Madden YouTube video. We're going to hop into a weekend league game. The gameplay isn't really what I want to talk about, though. Today we're going to talk about esports, in particular Madden esports, and why it isn't bigger than why it isn't as big as it should be. There's a couple reasons why. The main reason is the gameplay, in my opinion. EA just doesn't put out that good of a video game for it to actually blow up like the Call of Duties and the Halos did. It's really, really animation based, and they really cater to the newer players than they do the competitive ones, which is fine. But with all the different things that they are putting into the game, like the abilities and the X factors, it's a really good concept. But the fact that they don't have them all able to be countered is the problem. I mean, last year in the MCS, I forget who it was that actually won it, but I mean, he had a 8-cap quarterback. That's not what football is. People don't want to see you just run the ball 170 times in 7 games, or however many times you ran the ball and however many games there were, because clearly I don't remember completely. But that's part of the biggest problem as to why Madden 20 wasn't as good as it could have been. In my opinion, the run was too overpowered. The X factors and the abilities were awesome, but you just really couldn't balance all of them, if that makes sense. The way they have it set up for salary cap being the tournament game mode, that's really cool. But the amount of time it takes to build that your team for that it's just like building a really good MUT team. So you're having to spend all this time and or money to make the team even competitive against the other really good players, when in all reality you shouldn't have to spend that much time or money making your team just to be able to be competitive. When it comes to salary cap or tournaments or qualifying for them, every card should be unlocked in the salary cap game mode, or create even a competitive qualifier game mode that is exactly like MUT, but you can use any card, any ability, anything that's in the game and that's out currently, but that's the only place that you can use it at. It just makes more sense to do it like that. That's why Call of Duty and Halo, I mean, yeah, you gotta earn the guns you use in the public matches, but when it comes to the custom games, the scrimmaging, the practicing, everything like that, all the weapons and the perks and the kill streaks or whatever, it's all there. So from day one, you have everything unlocked. There's not a reason why EA Sports hasn't made that a thing yet, especially if they want to grow the competitive scene. That would be the best thing for it. But really, that's just my 2 cents on that. The next thing that we are going to try to figure out is Why can't they get... Trying to make a substitution real quick. Why can't they get the animations to be less controlling of every outcome in the game? Is it possible? Oh, absolutely. It's 110% possible. But they just haven't been able to do it. And I really feel like that is one of the other big things that are holding people back, or not people, EA back from making a really, really good Madden Ultimate Team, just football game. You know, it's very doable. And if they can get that balance, they will have probably the best sports game on the market. Do I think they will be able to find that balance with Madden 21? Absolutely not. They haven't been able to find it yet. I don't think they're going to make that big of a stride over one season. But if they slowly continue to improve and improve and improve, they can make Madden video games really, really good. And that's all we want, is the best possible game out on the market. And that's all we want. Another thing with that is EA has to want to grow it as an esport. And I don't understand why they don't want it to be as big as humanly possible. I mean, yeah, they run a couple tournaments throughout the year. You know, they got the MCS, but there should be way more tournaments, way higher cash prizes, and just everything. You know, you make cash prizes higher. You draw a lot more interest from not only people currently in the community, but people that's not even playing Madden. Like, you'll get them to tune in to watch, especially if you put out a really good video game. They will tune in every single time if it's really competitive and the money prize is higher. They just really have to want to grow it. And we haven't been able to see that. I mean, like, they basically ended Madden 20 3 months early. I mean, yeah, they've put out a little bit of content here and there. They put the rookie premiere out. They continue to do the power up expansion pack or expansion players and the Ultimate Legends every weekend. You know what? Cool. But there's still 2 whole months of Madden 20 left. Where's the summer blockbuster? Blockbuster. Whatever. Where is the position heroes? Where are the promos that people actually want? Where's the 4th of July promo? There's so many things that can make them so much money, but they're just too lazy to put the work in and actually drop the content like they should. You know, I'm all for... I love Madden myself. It's typically fun. But we just really have to demand more. And we haven't been getting that. We've demanded, but it's like they just don't care. They're money hungry. They get millions and billions of dollars through microtransactions through the first 8 months of the game. Then the last 4, it's like, we don't really care anymore. This is the only game y'all got to play. Y'all are going to play it regardless. And they need to stop. The next thing is these pro players and competitive Madden players, every single last one of them, they have to do better. They have to be better. They have to get better. And what I mean by that is stream more. Put the videos out. Make YouTube videos. Build your brand. build your stream, build your community, build everything. And don't be afraid to play another really good Madden player. Put those games out there. Make it interesting. Put some money on the line. Who cares if you lose? I know that's an ego thing for the really good players and the competitive slash pro players, whatever. You really just got to check that at the door for the better sake of the Madden Esports. And you got to stop hiding behind backup accounts, or if they are going to be your backup accounts, make the name relatable to your actual account. That way people know. So not only will they know it's you, they will give you their best game every single time. It's you guys should be scrimmaging, or I guess playing each other. I guess it wouldn't be scrimmaging in Madden, but make tournaments like every week, twice a week if possible. But at least every week there needs to be some form of tournament being played. And it's at a point to where I know Dub.W, he's been trying to start the whole tournaments. Risky, he's been putting out squads tournaments. And that's really good of them. Really good of them. I'm proud that they're in the community and that they are actually trying to grow the esports section of the game, because it really does need to get bigger. It needs to get bigger. Prize money needs to go up. It just needs to get bigger, because it can get bigger. And I mean, why wouldn't you want the esports to be as big as humanly possible? The amount of revenue that EA Sports would get from that is astronomical, and they're not even paying attention to it. So it doesn't make sense to me. But the pro players, you guys got to play each other more, play on stream more. Just do what you can to show that competitive Madden is a skill and is something that can be made into a very, very good esports league. And just something that people would want to tune into and watch. People don't want to watch you beat people of 100-0 every game, or 50-17. They want really good competitive Madden. And the only way that you're going to give good competitive Madden is if you're playing good competitive Madden players, and not just in tournaments. Yeah, will they learn your tendencies? Of course. But that's why it's Madden. You got to learn to adapt. You got to learn to improvise. You got to learn to get better on the fly. Everything. And I get it. You guys don't want people knowing your tendencies, your playbooks, what you do, how you do it, when you do it. And that's what gives you guys the competitive edge when it comes to actually playing in these tournaments that only happen once or twice a year, or whatever it is. But we really got to do it more. It's got to be done more. Fans have to see it. And really, if it's done more, people will watch it. And, I know this video is probably going to step on toes if people actually watch it. And I hope they do. I hope they watch it and they take heart to it and everything. Because that's what Madden needs right now. That's what the competitive scene in Madden needs. They don't need to just be stale and bland and have the same 1 or 2 tournaments a year. There needs to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tournaments at least throughout the course of Madden 2021 or future Maddens, in my opinion. The more tournaments, the better people get. The better people get, the more people get interested. The more people that get interested, the more money it makes. The more money it makes, the more money you make. And so forth and so on. I mean, people would watch pro or college football 12 months out of the year if they played it. And you have the ability to give people that. And it's not being taken full advantage of, and it's really, really disappointing. But really, that's all I got, guys. If you guys wouldn't mind, just leave a like. Comment down below what you think. Honestly, comment down below what you think. This is probably one of the things that I am most passionate about because I've seen what Call of Duty has done, and I know what they can do, and I know what Madden can do, and what they haven't done. And I really just want to see this thing take off and explode because Madden and the community deserve it. But that's all, guys. Let's take you out. Comment down below. Subscribe. Y'all have a great weekend. Be safe on the 4th of July.